know that this is yours or made for a specific company. That's how you edit a label or modify a label. I'll go ahead and get out of here. And what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to create a new design using the wizard. When you first step into the wizard, it asks you, what are you printing, labels? And if you're printing labels, are you printing them with or without graphics? And you'll see that with graphics, you're only going to see your Windows printers. Without graphics, you're going to see a lot of text printers as well, like your Mansman Tallies, your Genicoms, your Taniums, your Tallies, your Renas, all kinds of different printers. And if you say you're going to print envelopes, again, if you say with graphics, you're going to have Windows printers options. If you say without graphics, you're going to have a lot of text options as well. In this case, I'm going to say Windows or envelopes with graphics. And I'm going to use a number 10 envelope. If you happen to have paper stock that's unique, you can go in here to create paper stock, and you can give your paper stock a name, and then you can create a custom size paper stock and actually edit the size of the paper stock that you have. After you've done that, this says where do you want your address block. So how far over from the side, that's the left offset, and how far down from the top is the right offset. And then what size is your address block? In this example, it's a 1x4. And do you want a return address or the indicia information on here? So if you say yes, when you click next, you're actually going to have a section for you to type that information in here. And it's actually going to put this right on the piece for you. And you just type this in. I'm just going to copy what's here. And then we go to next. And you tell it what type of barcode you want. If we want an intelligent mail barcode, we simply choose that. You tell it where you want to place your barcode. We're going to leave it at the top of the address block. If you want an endorsement line on your piece, where do you want it? If you want the package number on your piece, tell it to include or exclude that. And in this case, I'm going to leave off the break marks. This shows you what it's going to look like. It leaves you the ability to further modify your design in the label toolbox. And if you're using a text printer, you can actually tell it to show you the print heads, and it will show you exactly where those print heads are going to hit, and that's going to help you very much in setting up where these boxes should appear. I'm going to go ahead and say finish here. And you can see that it has set this up for me. And I can take this information. For instance, if I want to change the font of everything, I can simply select all of the boxes as groups and change the fonts of each one of them as a whole. Excuse me. Again, if there's something that I want to drag on here that I forgot to put on here, I can simply grab something and place it wherever I want to put it. If there is an image that I want to put on here, I simply drag it over. And I can go out here to just go to my documents. And now that image is there. So that's how I can set up an entire envelope. If I want to do a preview of what this envelope looks like, there's my envelope. If I said, oh yeah, I want to put some text out here beside this, just a reminder not to forget to pay your bill. There we go. And now it's done. My envelope is set up. The last thing I want to show you is an example of one that I set up. And this example actually is very similar to that, but what we've done in this one is I've made this graphic conditional. So if I double click on this graphic, what I've said in the value expression is look at the state field. And so all I've done in here is I've made a filter called state, and I simply dragged the PW state field in this box, nothing but the PW state field. And then when I added my image, I'll modify one of those. I told it an image, and I said, here, use the Redskin image if the value for the state field is DC. If the value for the state field is MN, use the Viking image. If the value for the state field is Texas, use the Dallas image. If the value for the state field is Packers or Wisconsin, use the Packer image. And you could add one of these for each of the states that you wanted to use, or whatever happened to be what you were doing. So in my example, if I go to a container where you can see these, you can see here is an image where this person happens to be in Dallas, Texas. So their image is this one. These are all Texas. Now we're on people in Minnesota. Their image is the Viking. Now we're in Wisconsin. We've got a Packer image. Now we're in DC, and we've got a Redskin image. Now we've got more Wisconsin people, so we're back to the Packer image. And that's all we had to do to make that image conditional. So at this point, that's the demo that I had to show you. The other piece that I want to make sure that you understand is that your container tags are the same thing. If you go in here under container tags, what you'll see are predefined container tags. Again, if you want intelligent mail ones, they are predefined for you. These are tray tags. You've got 2-up ones and you have 4-up ones. You've got the 24-digit intelligent mail barcode or the regular intelligent mail barcode. You have ones that are for laser paper, and then you have the ones that go the single up paper. You also, if this happened to be a flat, you would also have sack tags. And then finally, if this had been a pallet mailing, you would have pallet placards as well. So at this time, I'm going to exit my application sharing, and I will come back here simply to remind you of the resources that we have. You have the RIBS website. You also have the SAP website where you can go for general postal soft information. You also have the forum, the wiki, and the blog. If you don't know this, out on the wiki, you have links to all of these how-to half hours. That information points you to the how-to half hours that have been done, and you can sort them by commercial mail, and you can see all of the commercial mail how-to half hours that are out there. We're doing another commercial mail how-to half hour on the 26th of this month, so I hope you join in for that. But at this time, I'll turn it over to Dana, and we will see if there are any questions. I'll let you go ahead and start typing your questions.